This next unit we're going to begin is inequalities. Inequalities are very similar to equations, except there's a slight difference. Inequalities you're going to graph. So an inequality is a mathematical statement, and I apologize because it's a little tougher to do this on an iPad. Mathematical statement that is not equal. So in equation, something was equal to something else. In an inequality, we have symbols that you may have learned previous years. The less than symbol, less than or equal to. Notice the only difference is the equal to part, and underneath there, you will see that there's a little equal sign. We're going to talk about circle types, and it'll make more sense in a minute. The circle type for less than is open. So when we graph it, we leave that circle open to show that it's not part of the answer. Less than or equal to, though, we shade that in to show that it's part of the answer. Greater than is open because it's not part of the answer. Greater than or equal to is shaded in, again, the reason being because that whole equal to part. Not equal to is open because it's not part of the answer. So it may be confusing. Let me try to explain things a little better. Here's an inequality for number 1. Y is less than 3. I'm trying to show where all the answers to that inequality lie. So to graph it on a number line, I put the number of the answer I have in the middle. Here's the answer, 3. To the right is 4. To the left is 2. So this is only a small piece of the number line. I only need that small piece. I don't need the whole thing. This symbol right here, less than symbol, we set as an open circle because if I plug 3 in for that, and 3 is less than 3, that's not true. I don't want 3 to be part of the answer because it's not true. So I leave the circle open to show that 3 is not part of the answer. All the numbers that are less than 3, so if I plug a number in for y, it would go all these numbers to the left. So I draw an arrow from that circle 3 to the left, showing everything to the left is a possible solution for that. Number 2, negative 3 goes in the middle. To the right is negative 2. Remember, we're dealing with negative, so to the right is bigger. To the left is negative 4. This time I circle it, and I shade it in because negative 3 could be part of the answer. Remember that symbol right there, the equal to part? So if I plug it in for x, negative 3 is greater than or equal to negative 3. That's true. Now I'm looking for all the numbers that are greater than or equal to negative 3, which is to the right, so I draw my arrow to the right showing that. Number 3, negative 2 in the middle, negative 1 to the left, negative 3 to the right. I circle negative 2, it's open because there's no equal to symbol there. And all the numbers less than negative 2 is to the left. Number 4, 4 is in the middle, 5 is to the right, 3 is to the left. Open circle, again because it's not equal to it, and greater than 4 would be to the right. Now some students observe that the way that the symbol points, like in number 4, it points to the right. That's the way you draw your arrow. That is true only if the variable is on the left-hand side. And notice in this equation it is on the left-hand side, so that works in this case. We're going to scroll this up so I can show you the other ones here. Number 5, 8 in the middle, 9 to the right, 7 to the left. I circle it, open circle, because it says t cannot be equal to 8. All the numbers that are not 8 go to the right and to the left, so I draw my arrows both ways because it's everything to the left and right. 6 and 7, writing inequalities from word problems. So I have y greater than or equal to 3. So the order that's written is the order that I write it. Number 7, 5 smaller than k. Smaller than would be less than k. Number 8, write an inequality from the graph. So I know that a variable and 8 is being used. 8 is being used because it's the one that's circled. It's not equal to 8, but it goes both ways. And if I look up top for a number like number 5, it's not equal to. Number 9, x and negative 2. It's not shaded in, so there's not going to be a line underneath it, and it's going to the left. So if my variable is on the left-hand side, the way the arrow points is the way that I want my symbol to point. So it points towards the x. So x is less than -2. Now the homework contains the same kind of questions. The little difference is there's more word problems on the homework. In class, we also talked about that list of words. Make sure you refer to your notes for that also.